have made progress from game 1 to game 3. The biggest thing right now is our job is to score, get the ball back, and Shaq did that for us on Saturday. But of course, I'm going to be a little selfish. I want some of those defensive backs to get into that game. We have no interceptions right now, and that's our job. Our job is to get the ball back for the offense. So we're going to try to do that this Saturday.
Can you explain a little bit to maybe the fans out there what's going on with the passes over the top? It's hard for those who don't know football a lot to tell whether that's on the corner or the safeties are late getting over there, because it sure looks like right now if I wanted to attack you guys, I'd be going over the top.
Right. Yeah, that all comes back on me. It always comes back to the coaches. We got to get our players in better position to make plays on the football. And we got to make sure we're teaching the coverages correctly, man coverages correctly, zone coverages correctly. And so all that comes back on me, and we're going to try to get these guys better this week.
Yeah, but you're not out there playing coverage.
No, but that's my job. I'm coach, they're a player, and I need to get them in better position to make those plays. So we're going to continue to do that to get those corrected, and hopefully you guys see that this weekend.
It's still just got to be tough with how young some of those guys are.
It is what it is. That's the situation we're in. That's not going to change. And so my job is to get these guys better, and their job is to hone in and make sure they're preparing each and every week, which I'm very proud of these guys. Last week we got our best preparation that we've had all season long. We're challenging these guys this week to have the best preparation, even on top of last week. And we're starting to see that progress in practice. And so now, hopefully we can get some interceptions, get some forced fumbles in the back end, and make some more plays on the football field.
Georgia State might do that for you. They throw the ball a lot.
Yes, they do.
Different, same than the last two passing teams you've seen.
Yeah, they're really talented. The quarterback is leading the Sun Belt Conference in passing. I think he just got Sun Belt Offensive Player of the Week. Threw for 414 yards on a traditional, really good Air Force defense. And so we got our hands full again. it's not going to change. Every single week we're going to be playing somebody that's pretty good. So he throws the ball over the field. They have a really good tight end. And they had a couple of wideouts that are something to deal with. So we'll definitely have our hands full Saturday.
Coach Peterson indicated Marcus is going to be back for the game. What can you tell us about Marcus?
Yeah, he had a really good practice yesterday. Had a very good practice today. And so he's got to catch up with some of the new defenses that we've installed, which he's already doing that. And as a whole group, we're just trying to get better every single week.
He's the guy that gets really wound up. He's a real emotional player on the field. How do you rein that in without taking away who he is?
That's everybody. We all have to be composed, coaches included. This is an emotional game, and so we all have to stay poised, especially when we have to try to execute under pressure.
Do you get the sense from Marcus that he's learned whatever it was that Coach Peterson wanted him to take out of that situation?
Just like anything, we're gonna have to see when things get hard, how he's going to respond and how we're all going to respond when we're trying to learn those hard lessons. And so we'll see if that happens when something hard happens.
Who played well last night? Can you talk about maybe one thing that you really
Shaq Thompson played really well.
From your taking it maybe to the next
let's see. I think Buddha and Kevin King graded out really, really well. And, there was no splash plays like a Shaq Thompson play, but they were in position. Didn't let any plays get over their head. Played really good man coverage, played good zone coverage. So they graded out really well. I was really impressed with Sidney Jones and how he stepped up to the plate, making his first start as a true freshman. And he made a few plays. He's actually the one that caused the fumble on the forced fumble. I think it was given to Kevin King, but it was actually Sidney came in there and tried it out. So he has 2 forced fumbles on the year. And so I was impressed with that.
Thank you. Jermaine Kelly, any update on Jermaine?
No update. He's had surgery, and now he's on his way to recovery now. He's in meetings. He's taking great notes. Doesn't want to get him behind on everything that we're teaching. And so he's in the building. He's doing rehab, and looking forward to his return.
And Travell looked like he had his ups and downs out there on Saturday. What can you tell us about Travell?
Yeah, he obviously had a good week last week against Eastern Washington, finished in the game. And we all had a few plays that we had to get better at, and so I'm expecting him to make up for some of those plays this Saturday.
Coach Pete mentioned that what impresses him about Sidney is his demeanor, how he handles himself. Mm-hmm. Is that something that stands out to you about him as well?
Yeah, he really does. You know, kind of has this. Sometimes he has this look on his face, like I'm sure he's hearing what I'm saying, but he's focused. He's focused. He's a focused man, and I've been real impressed with how he's prepared, how much tape he comes in. He comes in and bugs me, "Hey, coach, I want to watch some more. I want to watch all my reps." That's very impressive for a true freshman to be knocking on a coach's door and wanting to take that extra time to study himself and study the opponent. And so, as long as he keeps that type of attitude, I think sky's the limit.
Lots of guys on the Georgia State staff with ties not only the West Coast but here. Do you know how many of those guys do you know?
Let's see. I know a few. I know Coach Williams. I've met Trent.
Lopano?
Oh yeah, Coach Lopano. Yep, I know him. I never worked with him, but we've come across each other. But you know, football is a small world. I mean, every coaching staff, there's always we cross paths with a lot of guys. But yeah, they have some talented coaches over there, and they're going to have these guys prepared and ready to go to come up here. So we got to make sure we have a great week of practice.